Hola, so we are going to discuss the nouns and articles today. Okay, so let's get started. So it's the name of things, to refer to people, places, and things. For example, here, ¿qué es esto? What is this? So, es un libro, it's a book. Es una mesa, it's a table. So we will talk about nouns and articles because they go hand in hand. What's a noun? A noun is the name of a person, place, or thing. Everything has a name. Articles. It's a small word that is linked to a noun and is used to identify the word. For example, when we use the place, the table. That's the article. And gender. In Spanish, every noun has a gender. So it's either masculine or feminine. So there are some rules in general for the gender of nouns. And so, like rule number 1, almost all the nouns that end in O are going to be masculine. Almost, because there are exceptions. Well, this one is kind of like follows the rule número, number. That's masculine. Rule number 2, almost all nouns that end in A are feminine. But again, there are exceptions. And so, semana, la semana. Here, our noun is feminine. Some nouns, when they have certain endings, they all follow the same rule, which is, for example, here, dad, the ending dad, it's gonna be feminine. All the nouns with the ending that will be feminine. Humildad, universidad, ciudad, hermandad, and so on. There's many of these, so these are just examples. Nouns that end, let's go this one. So nouns that end also in sion or sion, so the spelling here only changes in the C or S, are also feminine. Canción, televisión. There's many of these, but this is just 2 examples. Masculine. Every noun that ends in dor, it's gonna be masculine. Comedor, tenedor, secador, marcador, borrador. Okay? Let's continue. So let's see the exceptions. We have exceptions. And so, for example, here we can see that this one ends in a, but it's masculine. Día. Also masculine. Mapa, problema, planeta. This one ends in O, but it's not masculine. It's feminine. Mano. Okay, so those are like, they're either ending A, but are masculine, or this one ends in O, and it's feminine. The pluralization of nouns depends, if it's ends in a noun or an adjective, okay? Well, no ends, but if it's a noun or an adjective that ends in any vowel with an accent or not, we just add s at the very end to make it plural. Casa, casas. Llave, llaves. Libro, libros. Tribu, tribus. An adjective, bonito, which is pretty. So, bonitos. Okay? Let's continue. If a noun or an adjective ends in a consonant, we add 2 things. We add es. Okay? So borrador is an eraser. So borradores. Pared, this is a wall. Paredes, so walls. Reloj, it's a watch or a clock, depending on the context. So watches or clocks. Relojes. Fácil, this is an adjective, easy, and so fáciles, if we're talking about something plural, for example, homework, that would be fáciles, if it's a bunch of different homework. Okay, when a noun or an adjective ends in a Z, which is here, lápiz, that's a pen, luz, it's light. This is an adjective, happy, feliz. Audaz is daring, when someone is daring. Okay, so nouns and adjectives that end in Z, they all have the same change. So we switch the Z here for a C. And then we add es. So pens, lights. And then this is happy, like a group of people that they're all happy, felices. Or a group of people that they're all daring, audaces. So the rule applies for every single one. Now let's discuss articles, okay? Because these ones we need to use an article every time that we are talking about a noun. Most of the time they will go together. And so in Spanish there are two types of articles. And like in English we do have them too. They're called definite and indefinite. So definidos, indefinidos. In English is the, okay? We just the. In Spanish we have four versions. We have, depending on if it's masculine, feminine, masculine plural, feminine plural. El, la, los, las. In indefinite, indefinidos, in English we can use a or an or some. In Spanish we have also four. Un, una, which are singular masculine, singular feminine. Unos, unas. Masculine plural, feminine plural. Okay, so let's see some examples of this. So definite article, they are used to refer to something specific. That's the idea. It's always something specific. And so if we're referring to someone, like specifically a person or place or thing, we're going to use the article, you know, depending on what the gender of our noun is. If we are talking about a girl, it's going to be la. If we're talking about a school, it's also escuela, so that's going to be la. Libro is a famous example of a masculine singular noun, libro. So el libro, el lápiz. And this is for feminine. Mesa, pizarra, puerta. The definite plural now. The artículos definidos plurales. So now it's los or las. This is just, you know, instead of having one, we have more than one. And so bolígrafos, the pens, we have more than one. Or los teléfonos, more than one phone. So los teléfonos. And this is for feminine. Las tijeras, the scissors, if we have more than one. Pizarras, puertas. Okay, so there's always an agreement. If we have our noun is plural, we need to use the same agreement and make it plural in the article. Indefinite now, the a, and, or sometimes some, when we say. And these are used when we refer to any person, place, or thing. It's not necessarily definite or specific. It's any, okay? And so, like here, a male teacher, an eraser, a candy. So un maestro. Maestro is masculine because it's a male teacher, so it's going to be un. Un borrador. This is a masculine noun, eraser, so it has to be un. Dulce, candy. Dulce, it is a masculine noun, so un. Una for feminine, like carpeta, okay? So a folder, a table, una mesa, a female teacher, una profesora. And then the plural. It's the same idea. It's just like when we refer to some or a few, you know, more than one. So unos is going to be for anything plural, masculine. Some candy, some calendars, some or a few watches. So unos dulces, unos calendarios, unos relojes. For feminine, the same idea. A few female teachers, unas maestras. A few or some backpacks, unas mochilas. So this is a summary. Indefinite, we know that it can be a, an, or some, or a few. Okay, so un libro, unos libros, some books, a few books. For this is the masculine definite. It's gonna be el or los for the, depending on our noun. So libro or libros. Okay. So let's see this activity that we have here. A mariposa. This one is it ends in a, and so the only possible article it will be la mariposa. Copas also ends in a, and then we see an S. So this is telling us this is a plural, and we see it's 1, 2, 3. We have 3 glasses here, and so it's gonna be las because it's feminine and it's plural. Semáforo ends in O, so and it's just one, so we can tell that we need to use only one article. So if the only one possible, it will be el semáforo, so the street light. And here, books, more than one, we see 2, and we know that it's a masculine noun, so it's gonna be los libros. So la mariposa, las copas, el semáforo, los libros. And here, indefinite article. Caracol. So we're gonna use only one of them. In caracol is it's just one, and it's masculine, and it's also singular. And so the only one that we could use is un, un. So un caracol. Plátanos. Here we have more than one, so it's unos plátanos. Mochila, just one, una mochila. Naranjas, more than one, so unas naranjas. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and we'll talk next time. Have a good day. Ciao!